this video, I'm gonna share one really clever team building idea or activity, which you can immediately take and make happen after you watch this video. And you can take the concept of it and personalize it to your context in a whole bunch of really clever, creative ways. This is an oldie but a goodie. It's such an oldie that, in fact, I haven't seen anybody talk about it or repeat it in decades. And so the activity is actually inspired by the original Zoom, a book by a very short, thin book by Istvan Banyai. The book starts out, actually I'm going to start from the back. So the book starts out with a dot. And you flip the page and it zooms in a little bit more. And get ready for your mind to get blown. And a little bit more. And a little bit more. So now we're in the world and there's a plane. And now we're close up on the plane. And now we're really close up on the plane and you can see an island below. Now we're mostly focused on the island. Turns out on the island is a group of people. So on and so forth, right? So you can see how this works. The book just keeps zooming in through like multiple worlds. It's super creative, super interesting. I first came in contact with this book when I walked into a group, and as a participant, there were 30 people there, and the facilitator at some point in the program handed me one page of this book. And he just said, you have one page of a book. I want you to arrange yourselves in order without showing anybody else your page. Go. It was so interesting to communicate. People are talking about, because you can see like we went from the world all the way down to like, okay, what is this magazine about? It creates this little microcosms where people are absolutely certain about their thing, and there's like the island people over here, but then the plane people over here, and the world people over here. It's almost like silos in an organization, which every organization I've ever worked with has said, we're like, our communication is so siloed. So an awesome, fun team building exercise that kind of mimics that concept, but also gives the group, if they work through it, this really happy reveal at the end where everybody's mind just goes, something fun outside of work, but to mimic real world dynamics. Now, you can go buy Zoom and give some love to Istvan Banyai. I'll zoom in. There's how you spell Istvan Banyai's name. And it's like super cheap on Amazon, pick it up. This video is not sponsored by a book that's 50 years old. What I love most about this now, and the way that I more use this concept of team building, is inviting people to get themselves in order, right? So I'm working on creating this, and we'll publish this year, this new deck of We Connect cards that has words, kind of ingredients for a compelling future on one side, and then questions on the other. So the way that I would apply the same logic of Zoom is I'd give everybody a card randomly, and then I'd say get into groups of 6 and arrange yourselves from the value that is most important to least important to you in this organization in the next 3 months. But what has to happen is they have to sort out like advice and structure versus growth and courage, and have discussions over which one fits in each place. So the idea is just by getting people to physically arrange themselves, you're like getting some blood flow moving. You're not sitting at a table just talking. It's not quite as just sitting conversation based. You could invite people more playfully to arrange themselves by birthday, not year, but birthday. So August 25th, and then August 26th is going to be next to me, and January is going to be over here. And so you just actually are learning people's birthday. You could do alphabetical order by middle name. Everybody learns their middle names, although I know a lot of people who don't want to give up that information. My advice would be to pick something that's relevant to your group, that could be sorted or ordered or rank ordered in some way. Assign them out, have them pick a paper out of a hat, whatever, and just invite them to get an order. Discuss that, present that. I think if you're watching this video, you're probably creative enough to take the concept and make something really beautiful out of it. So this was a good starter idea for team building. If you want to become a master and rise to the top 1% of facilitators, educators, connectors in the world, you should absolutely watch this video called Connection Before Content, where I unpack the absolute best icebreaker and team building exercise that exists on planet Earth, in my humble opinion, having facilitated over 100,000 people in person doing stuff like this. I'm Chad. Have an awesome day.